Welcome to Booze and Glues, a justifiable excuse for two friends to spend time together, cross crafts off their to-do list, and, of course, drink. With glue guns and wine glasses at the ready, join Jessie Shepherd and Tabitha Davis as they attempt to simultaneously chat, craft, chug and charm. Will they consume alcohol? Definitely. Will they actually accomplish anything? Debatably. Will they bitch and complain? Inevitably. Will it be a bloody good time? Absolutely. And if things don't turn out just as planned, well, that's okay too. Because booze.
I'm Jessie.
I'm Tab.
This is Booze and Glues.
Welcome back to our. Is this our penultimate?
I don't know.
Somebody
just said that word the other day.
Second to last.
I think so.
Is second to last the one before the one to last, or the one before last?
I don't know.
We're gonna say it's our penultimate episode. No comment.
Is our next
I'm
one on a
sure,
Wednesday?
yes.
That's Brad. Yeah. Yeah, that was all you.
I know.
Yeah.
I thought we had two more. I don't know why.
I think this is it. I mean, if we're gonna end
69.
69 like a bunch of douchebags.
That's just
I thought we had the 17th and the 26th.
because we moved one.
Well, we can look at the podcast plan. I was moving them around,
Anyways.
but yes.
We have one or two left.
Right. We'll figure it out. When we put this one up, there'll be a number on it, and then you'll know.
Yeah.
If it's 68, then we only have one left. Yeah. Okay, so what is your craft? We were just talking about it.
I didn't bring it. It's like
it's large and hard to transport.
It's large. I mean, it's not like hard to transport, but I was like, I'm not gonna bring it to not do anything, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm finally gonna put in my little birchwood backdrop in my mantle.
Yay.
And so I bought the piece of wood, and then last night, because like I don't have a lot of tools, and I use like just a little handsaw to like cut this big piece of plywood.
Mm-hmm.
And so it took me forever.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course it's like a centimeter or two too big still.
Oh,
so
no.
I still have to like sand one edge and just sand the hell out of it.
And
Make
get
it
it
small enough to fit in
Do you
there.
at least have an electric sander?
I do have that.
Okay, because yikes.
Yeah, I'm not going to hand sand. So
So you're just fitting the plywood to go inside. And are you
Yes.
putting it in and then putting the pieces on, or are you going to put them all on
I'm going to
first?
put the pieces on, I think.
And then fit
And
it in
then-
there.
Yeah. And I'm just thinking just like drill, 2 or 3 screws in there. Doesn't need to be like...
How big? So I know exactly what you're talking about because we've talked about this before. But you're going to put slices
Yes.
of wood in the back
Yes.
to look like there's like it's full of logs kind of thing,
Yes.
which will be super cute.
And so I still have to paint the wood black because it needs to be
Oh yeah, not
dead
notice-
inside.
Yeah,
like
like me.
I was waiting for one of you.
like my heart.
This is
Yeah.
so noisy.
And so my dad, I'm hoping that because it's very big hole. So I'm hoping now I have enough like birch slices. But I think my dad still has another trunk.
Okay, yeah. And were these from the trees in your yard?
Yes.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Like that's a nice little like they were from our trees.
Yeah.
And then wherever you go later on in life, you can take it.
Right.
It'll be like a little piece from there.
I have grass,
Nice.
you guys.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We're gonna smoke it.
I haven't.
Yeah, the devil's grass.
Not that kind. I mean, she might have some of that kind. I don't know, but that's not what we're talking about. Yeah, that's right. They're putting in sod, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got all your sprinklers in.
Mm-hmm.
Now there's grass. Gonna come check it out.
Yeah.
I want to see.
I still gotta.
You guys have done a lot of yard stuff since I've probably been at your house, but like at night and not.
Yeah, we don't go
Yeah.
outside. Yeah. So We still have to finish the fences. Just nothing ever gets done. That's what frustrates me.
Yeah.
It's all half done.
That's seriously my life.
But so yeah, we gotta do
Everything.
like a brick mow strip. Our neighbor really wants us to do concrete, and I'm like, I don't have like thousands of dollars to pay somebody to do concrete.
Or you can do concrete yourself. You can
Yeah,
mix it
I
up.
don't have the time. That's gonna be half done and never get done.
Wheelbarrow. I've done lots of concrete.
Yeah.
We did mow strips around our whole backyard, and we had a half an acre in Chester, and I was like uber pregnant, and I was like squatted down, like leveling the concrete like all day.
Yeah.
It was so
Jesus.
exhausting.
I kind of like the look of brick too, so
Yeah.
I'm excited about the brick, but it's still a lot of work.
Yeah.
And then we got to make like a path way, and that's about half done. Probably a quarter of the way done.
Much like everything.
Yeah. It's
I'm
mainly
gonna come
like
over
a
and
time.
make snide comments
I know.
to like, hey Blake, I like half like your yard right now.
Yeah. I think the thing that frustrates me the most is like I say it's a time issue, but the problem is Blake is really like he can't possibly come home from work and do any yard work, even though there's still. I mean, so he gets off work, goes to the gym. He gets home probably around 4. So there's still at least
Hours of
4
daylight.
hours of
Yeah.
daylight, which, yeah, an hour of that we're cooking dinner and eating.
Right.
There's 3 hours to get shit done. But that's not a time of the day that Blake feels is a time for working.
Right. Well, I mean, and to be fair, he's like
On his
those
feet
are
all
his
day.
few hours right before he goes to bed.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, his schedule's different than ours a little bit, but yeah, that's hard. Although, I mean, I'm just a weird person, and like I will go out and be like picking weeds in my front like yard at 11 o'clock. I'm definitely the person that the people, like all the neighbors, are like, "What's wrong with that lady? What is she doing now?"
She's on meth.
Yeah, right. Oh my god! If I was on meth, I'd be skinnier. Thank you. Oh, speaking of being skinny, so, my like favorite go-to drink, and when I say favorite, I mean the drink I drink all the time. The drink I drink all the time because it's like low in calories and has caffeine is like Diet Coke and vodka. Like when I'd go out and stuff, like when I was younger, and bartenders call that a skinny white bitch.
Okay.
If you get vanilla vodka, because then it's like vanilla Coke, you know?
Oh, all right.
But it's like pretty low in calorie and stuff, and no sugar, has caffeine. You're like, woo, fun. This is great. So I got these Coke Zero orange vanilla, and the reason I wanted to make them with it is because then we could call it a skinny orange bitch, because summer and
For
fake
the gingers.
tan. No. Or the gingers. No, because in the summer all the skinny white bitches go get fake tans.
Yeah, that
And
is
they're
also
skinny
true.
orange bitches.
That's great. I love it.
So that's
It's a
what
great summer drink.
That's what we're drinking. We're drinking skinny orange bitches.
It's pretty good.
It's just some Coke Zero orange vanilla and some whipped cream vodka.
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
I typically get just vodka sodas,
Mm-hmm.
and they're just really the worst. But
Yeah, I mean, I feel like at least with the Diet Coke, like
there was some
it
flavor.
tastes like something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the vodka soda.
Yeah.
Adam, dear husband Adam, has recently been really into drinking gin and tonics.
That's Blake's jam, dude.
I don't know. Is that a dad thing? He's like turned into such a dad. It's
I
wild.
think that's sweet.
Oh, it's adorable. And like if Leonardo DiCaprio can do it, you know, like, hey. But yeah, we were at the movies a while back, and one of my coworkers like saw Adam and kind of ran into him, but she didn't recognize him at first. Like, he said hi, and she was like, who is that? You know? And then she was like, oh my God, he looked like such a dad. I was like, yeah, that's his thing now.
I like it.
His shorts keep getting shorter. It's fine right now.
But any further is going to be a problem.
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
Gotta tell him to put the mouse back in the house.
Right? I have told him, I'm like, those shorts keep creeping up your leg like that.
Blake's
not-
been doing this thing. He's like between sizes, I think. And so the bigger shorts, he keeps like rolling them up. And I'm like, who are you? Like a teenage girl? Like, I haven't seen people roll up their shorts. Like their little. No. Like the band.
The waistband. If they
Yeah. We used to do that like with our bikinis.
Yep.
Like roll them and leave the button open because you were like, I'm wearing clothes, but I want you to know I'm slutty.
Right. Yeah. But these are like his basketball shorts, and he's like rolling the band. And I'm like, what is happening? Because then it just does weird things to like his junk
The
and
lay
stuff,
of it,
and
yeah.
I'm like, it's just not good.
It's not
We
a
gotta
good
get
look.
some shorts that fit
And if he's in between sizes, maybe get some with like a string.
the string. Yeah.
So he can kind of tighten it up a
well,
little
I've
bit.
got a pair that are rather large as
That
well.
you're going to give
and-
to him?
No, they would fit him.
I thought you were offering them up or something.
No, they're rather large, and even with the string pulled all the way tight and like tied, like super tight, it's still pretty big. So
Well,
I
then
have
you
to
shouldn't
I
wear
have to
those
flip 'em.
those shorts.
Yeah, move on. Those aren't your shorts anymore.
There's-
Those are a
There's-
fatter Brad
Those
shorts.
Fatter Brad shorts. Well, you never
That's
know.
what I'm
I
telling
could get
myself when
back
I'm
there.
cleaning
So
out my
keep 'em-
closet.
Keep them in a when I get fatter box.
Yeah, that could be a thing.
It's called my closet.
I am going through my closet going, these are skinnier tabs pants.
That's what.
Get
my
rid
closet
of
is.
them.
No, you got to hold on to them. You say, that's going to be me in 2 weeks.
No, all
2
it
weeks.
does is like hang on to them, and then I like feel bad about not wearing them. And then the styles changed anyways, so I probably wouldn't wear them if I got back into that size anyways. And it's just like, I just need to let it go.
Well, it'll come back around.
I gotta,
Yeah, wait 30 years.
I know. Not even that.
That's true.
I had a marketing breakthrough the other night.
Okay.
Like, I just realized, like, exactly what was happening. And maybe this is obvious, but because, you know, fashion and everything cycles, and, you know, you see stuff come back around, and the stuff that's like coming out now for kids, I'm like, I love, and it reminds me of like when I was a kid. So of course I would like want to buy that for my kids. Like, look, you're gonna wear these cool things. I used to wear these, like
Yeah.
whatever. Like, that's all they're doing. It's not that fashion is
Right.
going back around. It's that people who want to make money are selling to their audience.
Yeah.
They're saying, hey, you know what you'll like? All this stuff that like makes you
That you
nostalgic.
liked, yeah.
And so,
That you wore as a kid.
yeah, so then you go purchase all of that,
Totally makes
have
sense.
your kids wear it, and then in another 20, 30 years, it's going to be happening again.
That totally makes sense.
It just all keeps coming back around. Because when I was like a teenager, like the 70s were huge, and that was my mom's. And so like I had to get all vintage 70s. Like, it was more when I was junior high, but I was way into it.
Yeah, we always had like little 80s parties.
Right? See what's happening?
Everybody was doing the bright colors.
It's just circling around like that.
I hope there is one trend that I hope never goes away, and that's like
Flannels.
yoga pants.
Oh,
I was going to say choker.
flannels and yoga pants.
I don't want to go back to a time where I gotta wear like those like running shorts to the gym. You know, those don't look good on nobody.
Well, and you can say like, well, I just won't. But like, if you can't buy leggings anywhere.
Right. I don't
I gotta
see
say,
leggings
though.
going out, but I mean they will.
But leggings were huge when I was a child. Like, I refused to wear anything but leggings when I was a kid. And then they disappeared for the longest time.
Right.
So it's like they're part of this whole generation. Yeah. It's like leggings. And like the mom jeans. And
The mom jeans, holy majoli, those are coming.
and like all that stuff.
The
And-
crop tops.
Yep. I can't go there. I never would.
Even like the
I never
wide
felt
leg
comfortable.
pants.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get
Are
some
kind
Jenkos up in this bitch.
Oh,
No,
God.
not like those. Like some flares.
Yes, the flare pants. Yeah.
Jenka's even still around?
I hope those never come back.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Dude, those
there.
were the fucking worst.
They're awesome. They're so cool.
Come back around. They never left.
All the juggalos wear them.
Yes.
Those, especially with the big old chains. We've talked about these before on the podcast.
The chains with the wallets.
Oh, good lord.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's good times.
so I think that sometimes my boss Courtney listens to this podcast.
What up, Courtney?
I'm not sure. He was like, I saw you guys posted one last night. I thought you were done. I was like, we're still recording a couple more. Like I'm going through the summer before school starts. He's like, oh, okay. And then he comes in. That was yesterday. He said something. Then he comes in this morning. I'm talking to one of my like coworkers about.
And whatever
Billing.
we posted, we recorded like 2 months ago at this
Right.
point and have no idea what we said.
Yeah. And so I don't know what the podcast we posted last night was about. But Courtney comes in and goes, okay, you guys, I was listening to something. Do you know what a diva cup is? And we're like, yeah. And he's like, I just heard about these things. And I'm like, well, I don't know like how long they've been around, but they're like a fad right now. Like everybody's
Yeah.
kind of into it. And then like the lady that was with me was like, they're gross. Like, and I'm like, I'm not gonna tell Courtney that that's what I've been using.
Right. But
And
if
that I like it. So I just
he
kinda
has
kept my mouth
listened,
shut.
he might know.
I know. So and that like later, my other coworker is like the same age as me. She came back. She's like, I was gonna throw you under the bus, and then I thought like, nah, it's kind of a weird thing to throw Jesse under the bus for. And I'm like, well, honestly, sometimes he listens to my podcast, so he might know anyways,
Right.
or might find out anyways.
We have put it out there
And I'm
in
like,
the
and
world.
he is the one that came up to me and started talking about women's period products.
Reproductive. Yeah.
And I was just like, what is happening right now?
Yes, but I understand the not wanting to be like, yes, a couple times a month I go in the bathroom and hold a cup full of my own blood.
Well, yeah, he was like, but you can keep it in for 12 hours.
You're like, yes, I'm aware.
Because he said something about
Is
like,
he mansplaining?
yes, he was mansplaining a diva cup to me. And he was saying that the podcast but it wasn't ours, because he was explaining that the podcast he listened to, they were trying to suggest that you give these out to kids as a way to help families save money, and and girls are still being provided with hygiene products. And the lady I was with was like, okay, but kids aren't clean.
Yeah.
And those you should really be clean for.
Yeah, but I mean, by the time you're menstruating, you should have a decent enough idea
Right.
of like how to be cleanly. Then again, you know, kids are starting puberty earlier and earlier.
Yeah.
Like some 7-year-old with it. Like,
Yeah, let's maybe not do that.
my hands are all sticky from my sucker.
And you gotta get real up close and personal with yourself. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not
It's nature's
lying.
pouch.
Like I've said it to a bunch, everybody that asked me about it. I'm like, yeah, it's not like the most glamorous thing in the whole entire
For sure.
world.
Yeah.
Like I'm literally dumping a
My blood out.
and then washing it in the sink.
I love it. I think it's great.
But I like it.
yeah.
I don't mind it. I mean, I don't mind it. You know, like I said, I don't love it. But like some people are like, oh, that's so gross. And I'm like, this is your body we're talking about.
Right.
There's nobody else putting this thing up inside of you, taking it out. It's you
and
and your body.
the day before you started your period, all that blood was in your body.
That's the thing that like is so weird to me. I'm like, we are talking about you and your body doing natural
We're
things.
not asking you to go in and help your friend out.
That's why when people are like, that's
You go to the
gross. I'm
Bathroom and buddies and hand the cup out under the stall. Okay, here you go.
Here, can you dump this for me?
like, do you not wash your hands?
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be fine. We're all gonna be okay. But yeah, it was just odd that my one male coworker comes in this morning.
So,
have you heard of a
period blood?
I'm like, okay, cool. That's how we're starting this day.
Speaking of having one male coworker,
Did you hire him?
I hired a guy for our office. He is like doing great. Like I
Great.
could not ask for someone to be doing better. Like I'm actually super amazed, and I'm like, I knew he had something. Like I just knew he was gonna be good, and I'm super glad that we hired him.
Good.
And of course, everyone's like, but it's all girls, you know. And I mean, there was definitely like, yeah, this is gonna change some stuff, but it's good. I think, you know, it probably will be helpful to have a little testosterone in the office to balance things out.
It's always nice.
I mean,
They have a different take on things.
Yeah.
You know, they can kind of play devil's advocate sometimes.
And I mean, most of our doctors are men, and then I mean, obviously, we're dealing with patients all day. It's not like there aren't men around,
Right.
you know. But in the like office politics or whatever, you
Sure.
know, it's kind of, you know, mixes things up a little bit, which I think will be good. And he like has been working since the first with us, so a couple weeks, not even 2 full weeks, and he like is getting along with everyone like really well.
oh, good.
Yeah, and like has a good sense of humor, and like, so I think he's gonna be a good fit.
Is he younger,
For the
older?
He's younger. I don't think this is gonna
Brad
be
does not like that.
his.
Because she wouldn't even hire me. She's like, no, not you.
Brad was so disapproving. I was like, younger, older? You said younger. Yes.
Yeah.
Just like rolled his eyes up and shook his head with his lips pursed together for you listeners.
Come on now. Don't be age discriminatory.
Brad doesn't like the young guys.
Yeah, he likes a mature man.
Like himself.
Yeah, mature. That's how I would
Mature.
describe Brad. I feel like if you're mature, you have to say mature.
Yeah. If you say mature, bitch, we know you're not mature.
Right?
I'm sorry, I didn't get that class on mature.
You gotta say mature. I don't know, like,
Yes.
just, yeah.
But then also, if I ever say mature, I can't like even say it with a straight face because I'm like, I am being such a priss.
Yep. It reminds me of, have you ever seen Schitt's Creek?
Oh my God, I
I'm
love
like
that show.
now watching it. and I-
You're just watching
yeah,
it?
well, I'm like halfway through season 2, I think.
Oh my
Or
gosh.
like at the end of season 2, I don't know.
It's amazing.
But it sounds like something Moira would say.
Yes.
Mature.
Yes. Just unabashedly because she has no fucking sense of the world around her.
It's a great show.
It is
It really
so
is.
good. And who's the kid whose name I can't remember in actual real life, but Eugene Levy's son
Daniel
that
Levy.
plays his son. Yes, thank
Yes.
you.
I'm obsessed with him.
I love him.
I'm obsessed with him.
I love him. He
I
is
also have
the
this,
best.
I just have this new obsession with like the LGBTQ community. I'm obsessed with drag queens.
Oh, they're great.
I've got this just brand new love for drag queens. I just watch videos of them transforming themselves, and
It's
I'm
wild.
just blown away every freaking time.
Yeah.
And there's
And, like
one.
you look more like a woman than I do.
I know. There's one in particular that I'm like obsessed with. Her name is Miss Cracker.
Oh yeah, I know her.
Oh my god, the best. The
Yeah.
best.
She's fabulous.
Also, there's this guy I've been following. He's a beauty guru YouTuber. His name is Manny, and he wears
Oh yeah,
makeup.
I know him too.
God, he's the freaking best.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
like-
amazing.
He is amazing.
Like, yeah, the like quality of work, it's wild.
yeah, I'm just like, I am all for this.
Yeah,
Like that's what every time I log onto my YouTube, it's just like men in makeup, just like all the videos it suggests for me. I'm like, great, I'm loving it.
yes, that is like I don't really watch a lot of stuff on YouTube, but if I ever get on there, like those are the only things I watch too.
It's fantastic. I want to start watching RuPaul's Drag Race. I'm gonna go to season 1. I'm gonna just start.
it from the beginning. I know, it was really cute. Somebody asked me the other day if I knew who RuPaul was. And I was like, girl, I knew who RuPaul was before you were born. I fucking know who RuPaul is. It cracks me up. Yeah. Have you watched Taylor Swift's new video?
Yeah.
It's so great.
It's pretty good.
RuPaul's in it. That's what made me think of that.
There's a lot of people in that video.
Yes.
Dang
Like,
alive.
People everywhere. I was most excited about Hannah. Cannot remember her last name right now.
Montana?
Definitely not. She's a YouTuber. She used to do My Drunk Kitchen.
Oh,
I was
now
like-
she's on Tasty and she does history stuff.
Yeah.
She makes super old recipes. I like her.
I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I like her a lot.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, actually that song, like, well, first of all, I was, released in a very, very timely manner. I mean, obviously she released it in June because it's Pride Month.
Right.
But it was released on Trump's birthday,
Oh, really?
which is kind of fucking hilarious.
That is pretty good. I'm just glad that it's a better song than that one she did with the Panic at the Disco guy.
Oh, I like that song.
I don't like that song at all.
I mean, it's not my favorite song of hers ever.
And it really upsets me because I love him.
I do too. He's great.
And I'm just like, this isn't my favorite song, and so I'm kind of disappointed.
His voice is like so unique
Yeah.
and interesting. When you like listen to it, there's like so much depth to it.
And he's just too good.
Yeah.
And it's
very
like, he's
good.
one of those people that's like, it's like he's not even trying.
Yeah. He's like chill as fuck.
It makes me sick.
You're like, ugh.
Yeah, makes me so sick.
He's like, oh, I just look like this.
And I'm like, just go away.
He's like, I woke
Nobody-
up like this.
Nobody likes you. It's like I didn't
We
even
do,
I didn't
but
even do
we're
any
mad about
vocal
it.
warm-ups, and I just have the sound of an angel coming out. I'm like, okay, just screw you.
I mean, I think like if you look into it, he like worked his ass off.
Yeah.
But yeah, he seems so effortless.
Yes.
Like,
That's
Oh,
when
yeah.
you know people are good. Like Tori Kelly.
I'm just here. Yeah. I'm just chilling.
Like she's just like, and it's like, that's heaven.
Right. And how
How did you
I mean,
just make that noise?
that's a legit, their vocal cords were like built for that.
Yeah.
She
got rejected from American Idol when she was 17, and Simon Cowell told her, your voice is annoying. He like stopped her and said, nope, never. You'll never make it. Your voice is annoying.
Yeah. And that's
Stop.
why no is not the end. It's a detour. You just go around. Simon Cowell's a douche anyways. I always like kind of agreed with him. Like for the most
Sometimes.
part when he was talking, like people would always be like, oh, he's being so mean. And I'm like, no, he's being honest.
Yeah.
Like get over it.
That's literally his job.
Yeah.
I mean, before American Idol, that was his job.
Right. But as like the seasons went on, they just like played off of that so much that then at one point it was just like, you're just here to be mean.
Yeah.
Stop.
And then I feel like Randy started saying dog more.
Because everybody's like, dog.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, now we're
Now we need to
playing into this.
We need to stop.
I think Paula Abdul got
Started-
drunker.
I was going to say start taking more pills.
It's just everybody's personality.
She was like a little
heightened.
slurry, and then they're like, take it up a notch. And pretty soon she's like, Simon, I don't know.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Honey, you're great. Don't listen to him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
She's a hoot and a half, ain't she?
Oh gosh, I know. I just saw her on like some show. I was like on recently, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's Paula Abdul!" And I mean, she was like not acting as herself; she was playing a part in the show. I mean, she seemed sober,
That's great.
so
She went to CSUN.
good to her.
She was a
What
cheerleader.
does that mean?
That was my college.
I don't know what you said.
That's where I went to college. She went to CSUN.
I thought you said seesaw, and I was like, "Is that a special rehab place?"
CSU Northridge. We're both alumni. Yeah.
Why is it called CSUN? CSU.
California State University, Northridge.
Northridge. Gotcha. I was trying to figure that out in my brain. I was going for the ridge part, and I was like, "That's CSUR."
Yeah.
That would have been cool too.
That would have been cool.
I want to go CSUR.
Yeah, she was a cheerleader there. I think, well, either Cheech or Chong also went to CSUN.
That's right.
Don't know which one, but yeah.
We discussed that a little bit. I feel like it was Cheech.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't think I
'Cause
ever really knew. I just knew.
I know, but like, remember early on we had a conversation about it, and I like,
Sure,
I
I can
think
look
I
it up.
Googled
Who went to CSUN? Look at it.
Yeah, Google. Brad Google.
Okay,
Brad,
I feel like also
look it up.
when we post this in 3 months, people really need to know our opinion. I'm sure people know our opinion, but I feel like we need to talk about The Little Mermaid. And
Get it, girl.
shit. I know.
That girl is gorgeous. She has
Beautiful.
a voice like an angel. What the fuck else matters? Even if she wasn't gorgeous. Like, somebody, now, I don't want to say mermaids aren't real because I'm not sure if that's true. But somebody I know made a very good point. Mermaids aren't real. So what the fuck does it matter what she looks like?
Right.
Like, how can you say she doesn't look like this thing that doesn't exist?
Yeah, she might not look like the cartoon. And see, my thing is, I think that they need to still give her red hair because I think
It has a reddish tone.
okay,
Yeah.
then fine. I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
And also, like, who the fuck cares? The fact that there's a hashtag going around that's hashtag not my mermaid makes me sick.
Hashtag not my friend.
Yeah, hashtag not my human. Get the fuck off the planet.
God, what is wrong with people?
I'm sorry for two things. One, it was Cheech.
Great.
You're sorry for two things?
Yeah.
I knew it was
One-
Cheech. We talked about this. I looked it up. We said something about it.
Tab remembered.
We got a bunch of people like started following us on Twitter, like 420 this and that because we mentioned Cheech and Chong. I was like, woo, we got a crowd.
Cheech is the cute little one,
And
right?
two, yes.
Okay.
And two, I have no idea. What are we talking about? The Little Mermaid.
They're making a live action of Little Mermaid, and they they cast a black chick.
And she's beautiful, and has a beautiful voice, and I've seen
But
like,
everybody's fucking mad that the
mock-ups
Little
of her,
Mermaid's
like,
about to be
in-
black.
who the fuck cares?
I'm more mad that they keep making fucking live versions of all the fucking Disney movies.
Yes, that is the real problem.
And they're
Just
making them
stop.
fast.
like right, they've been working on them all for the last 5 years. They're
Like,
just
let's
knocking them out.
space them out.
Yeah.
Well, let's take the shittier, not well-known Disney movies and turn those into
Yeah,
live
where's
action.
fucking Aristocats?
Except for, I haven't seen Aladdin yet. I've heard really good things about it.
I heard it was fine.
Oh, you heard it was fine.
Yeah.
See, I've heard
Adam's
good
like
things.
psyched out of his fucking gourd to watch Lion King.
Yeah, everybody's pretty stoked about Lion King. And also, why are we not mad that all the Lion King people are black? I mean, I know it's in
'cause
Africa, but there's white people in Africa too.
Yeah, but they're voice actors. There's
They don't have
no
to
black
look
people
at
in
it.
there.
They can ignore it.
That's true.
These sons of bitches.
I
But
just
yeah.
hate like why they kept James Earl Jones, the only one. I'm like, why not recast him too? I understand he's got a very iconic voice, but if you're recasting everyone in the whole,
I'm sure
for
not
the
a lot
movie.
of them are still alive / working.
no, they all are. Well, working, that's a different story. But I mean, Jonathan Taylor Thomas, what is he doing?
Not
Doesn't
voicing
sound like
the
a
guy in
child.
Lion King.
Well, he could be playing now Mufasa or
Okay, Jonathan
Simba.
Taylor Thomas cannot be Mufasa.
no, not Mufasa. I meant Simba. Older Simba instead of kid Simba. He can be now adult Simba.
I don't necessarily mind the live action versions, and I think it's fun. Like, even just seeing the ads, I can, like, picture that scene in my mind. And, I haven't seen one of those movies in
Once again,
years.
instead of investing a whole bunch of money and other shit that they don't know if it's going to work, they're pumping all this money
Right.
into our childhood movies because they know we will go
Yeah.
and we will take our children because we're going to go, oh, Aladdin.
Yeah.
That's
That's
all
true.
it is. They're never going to stop. Ninja Turtles, Spider-Man. Like, it's all just circling back around.
Oh, another funny thing about The Little Mermaid. So they had asked Jodie Benson, who played Ariel in the cartoon, how she felt about the casting decision. And she was like, I feel great about it. Like, good for her, as long as we're telling the story. And I was like, what What story are we telling?
What is important about this story? The story we're telling to little girls is change so men will love you.
Give up your voice. Give up who you are for a man.
That's what we're
That is the
That's
story
the important
we're telling.
story we want to
I know,
get
I'm like,
across.
what is it that we're telling people?
But I don't know. But I think you girls should stick to it.
Why is this story important?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, good for her that she supports this girl being the mermaid, but it was just weird that she's like, I'm just glad we're getting this story.
Now, I will say that Ariel was obsessed with being up where they are
She was
before
obsessed.
she saw Eric.
And the who's its and what's its galore.
I know, right? Thingamabob's aplenty.
She's got 20.
But who cares? She wants more.
Oh, yeah, he knows. He knows.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's probably my favorite soundtrack of all the Disney movies.
Oh, yeah.
I
it's
think.
good. I'm a Beauty and the Beast is like probably my fave.
Fun fact.
But
it's
Little
the first
Mermaid
movie I ever
second.
seen.
It's the what?
First movie I ever saw. Not seen. Saw.
Oh.
What?
This is the first movie I ever saw in theaters.
Who?
Oh, in theaters. That really helps me.
Which
Sorry.
one?
Little Mermaid.
I don't remember.
The first movie I ever saw in theaters was James and the Giant Peach.
Oh gosh.
Aww. Wow, you're young.
Right? That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, oh, I remember when that movie came
With
out.
my dad. We went.
Yeah, I don't remember the first movie I saw in theater. But I do remember seeing
Star
Free
Wars.
Willy in theater.
Oh, gosh.
Star Wars? Fuck you.
The first one that ever came out. That's
Right.
the first one you saw.
1970.
The New Hope.
Hey, if I could have a time machine, I definitely would.
I mean, who knows? Maybe they took me to a Star Wars movie one time. I don't know. I feel a little bit better about Lion King because it's like animated still.
Sure.
You know, so it's not like quite such a stretch. I'll watch Aladdin. I'm not watching it in theater. Like, I'll see it when it comes out.
I'm real still worried about Will Smith, but everybody says he's great, so.
It's just so hard. It's because it's Robin Williams.
Well, and,
Like, that's the thing. That's the, like, hiccup for me.
and just what an iconic character, I think.
And he's, like, so well, I mean, Will Smith is pretty goofy. As, like, you think of him as he's older, he always plays, like, more serious roles. But, like, go back to Fresh Prince. He was a
true.
fucking dork. So, I think maybe he can pull it off. But it is, I mean, those are awfully big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Well, because Robin Williams, I think they counted that he played like 72 characters, like different characters of the genie.
Right.
And I'm like, I can't see Will Smith with
Having
kind
that
of-
range.
Yeah, having so much, maybe like 10 at most.
Maybe 10. But so we'll see. I haven't seen it.
Genie with your hat forward. Genie with your hat backwards.
Ghetto genie. Someone that's in the Beverly Hills genie.
Oh, Philly Genie.
Mm-hmm.
90210 Genie. Yeah, I'm obviously going to get drug along to see Lion King, so I'll let you know about that one. But I definitely want to see Little Mermaid.
I definitely do, yeah.
Which I've heard complaints about The Lion King already because of it being an animated and then it still being CGI. It's like, well, why do that? I mean, the only difference is the animation and the voices.
Aren't there some? Oh, I guess there's no
There's
humans
no
in that
people.
movie at all.
I heard that people are so mad about what Pumbaa looks like. And I'm like,
What does he look like? An actual warthog
he looks like a warthog.
instead of a cartoon fucking warthog?
Yeah. They're like, he looks so scary. I'm like, that's what a fucking warthog looks like.
Yeah, they ugly.
Like, what are they going to do? Make a new species of warthog
You put
for the
lipstick on a
movie?
pig, it's still big.
I'm like, I just get so frustrated on the internet. I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
what do you want these motherfucking people to do?
You can't please
Create
everyone.
a new, cuter looking warthog?
And everybody's got a friggin' opinion. You know? It's like,
Makes
yeah,
me
that
so
guy's
angry.
upset about it. But then we're like, no, that seems normal.
Like, that's what
If
a warthog
everything's
looks
supposed to
like.
be realistic looking.
And I think he's kind of cute.
I mean, yeah.
I'm obsessed that... obsessed. Not obsessed. I'm upset that it's Seth Rogen.
That's the only reason I'm going to watch that movie. I'm serious. I was going to say earlier, I was like,
If he laughs once, I'll
I was
die.
about to say, I was
Timon
waiting for
and
him to go.
Pumbaa are like the most annoying part of that movie to me. I've never been a big Lion King fan. I don't have any desire to really watch it. My children have never watched it because I don't want to put that evil in the world. Adam is obsessed with it.
I wouldn't call it evil.
And the only tiny sliver of anything that I'm hanging on to that, like, I'm going to go watch this movie is, well, at least Seth Rogen is Pumbaa.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I love him.
Most favoritist of humans.
I love him.
And I love that he's like the only white cast member. It's the best.
I don't know. I'm really interested to see his take on Pumbaa.
Yeah.
Is Pumbaa going to be slightly high?
Probably, yeah. And
Like a little bit of like a stoner dude?
I hope so.
Oh, that'd be great.
I never loved The Lion King because, I mean, you know, like Finding Nemo, there's like that sad part, right? I just skip the first 10 minutes of the movie and start watching from there. I don't need to see
you're precious.
everybody die. Then, but the thing about The Lion King is the whole thing is dark and sad.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a happy song every once in a while.
You'd think I would like it more.
That's true.
But I just never.
But you just don't.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's not the kind that you can, like,
I mean, there's
skip through
some
the bad
minutes
parts.
in Beauty and the Beast where it's like, ooh, that's scary.
Yeah,
You know?
which is in the woods.
Mm. That, honestly, I loved the live action of that. It was freaking amazing. I didn't
too.
watch it for the longest time because I was super not, like, I just was so unsure about what was going to happen. And then when I watched it, I was like, oh, it's really good.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
I was a fan. And they just, like I said, they do a good job of keeping to the movie. Which I'm sure
Right.
there are people that say the movies didn't keep to the original story or whatever, but that's not what I'm freaking worried about.
Mm-mm. No, all the original stories are way worse and more horrifying
Right.
than anything Disney did.
So I don't care that
Like-
it doesn't match the book.
Right.
I
Yeah.
care that it matches the movie.
Yes. Agreed. Well, yeah, because never have I gone back and been like, oh, well, the real story of blah, blah, blah. Like, none of us ever were introduced to the original story. We were all introduced to the Disney version
Right.
of it. And so, like, to me, that is The Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, in Beauty and the Beast, even like the camera angles, and I mean, that's kind of a weird thing to say because the first one was animated, but like they kept to that.
Right.
You know, it's like this is a shot where they're close up on her, and so they close up, you know, and like all the little things, and so
Yeah.
like the flow of the movie and everything like felt similar.
I feel like they spent a lot more time on the backstory.
In Beauty and the Beast,
Yeah. I hadn't watched the cartoon in a long time, so
you
maybe
see
not.
more. You don't ever hear really anything about her mother in the cartoon. You only just know that she's not there. So they do in the live action movie go into that scene where, and you find out like what happened to her mom and why she's not
Right.
there, like why her dad's so protective and all that stuff. So you do get a little bit more. But like I didn't think
They're doing
that
Mulan too. Did you see that?
detracted at
Mhm.
all.
They're just whipping
Oh my
them
god,
out.
somebody's gonna be pissed about that too.
No, she's Asian. Everybody's happy.
Oh.
I wonder. I just wonder about like some of the songs that they sing.
Yeah, there's some, kind of,
I love Mulan.
yeah. Well, okay, here's one. Is anybody going to redo Pocahontas? Because that seems like
Exactly.
touchy as fuck.
That's true. That's probably why they ain't done it yet.
Yeah. Because, yeah. I don't know how they're going to pull that off. You go back to some of these things and it's, you know, now, like in retrospect, like what was acceptable in, you know, society, like polite society or whatever, like what people took and didn't say anything about or didn't realize they were saying anything offensive or, you know, like just what people got away with
Did anyone see the?
just 20 years ago.
Did anyone see the Dumbo movie?
I have not.
Oh, I haven't watched it yet. I've heard it was really good from everybody who's watched it.
I don't think I've heard anybody that's watched it, to be totally honest.
Me either, but I was wondering because of the black crows that are in there. That are in the...
Maybe they just skipped that part.
Maybe they just took it out.
Maybe they just shooed that part off. So my thing, like, did either of you ever watch Song of the South when you were kids?
Yes. Not as kids, no.
So
As an adult, yes.
oh, what, you just like pirate it somewhere or something?
I did. I still have it.
Oh,
He's very proud of that fact.
yeah, I can
I was
see
like,
that.
well, because it was like
The way he
super
said
hard.
it, I still have
I still have it. It was super hard to find, like,
Yeah,
because that's not something
because
they got floating around.
We're like, oh yeah, we're not gonna put that on DVD.
Yeah.
But so one like my like favorite ride at Disneyland is Splash Mountain because it has like all the elements. It has like the very Disney like story, like you're going through the ride, and then it has some like thrill too.
Right.
So it's
But
like
there's
my
water. That's why I don't like it.
Oh, yeah.
Especially at theme parks,
You're
I
not
don't like
gonna
being
melt.
wet the rest of the day.
Oh, do you want to know my trick? Pick your feet up. I never have my feet on the ground. That's how your shoes get full of water, and then you're miserable slopping
But then your
around.
pants, even.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not into
I'm like
that.
you dry. Or I just go a bunch of times right at the end of the night, right before we leave.
Okay.
But I like love that ride. And when we go through, like they have the whole Brer Rabbit scene, like all that's the whole ride. And the first time I ever went, I didn't go to Disneyland until I was an adult, but the first time I ever went on it, I was like so excited because I completely had forgotten about all that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I used to have this, I had the little book with the little sing-along tape and everything, all of that. And then there was the movie Song of the South. And so like, I just like brought back all these memories and I started like looking for it. And then I was like, oh, they don't have it anywhere because it was like super problematic.
Yeah.
Like, not great. And actually, even since the first time I went to Disneyland, they still had the baby in Tar. And now he's in Honey.
Yeah. I remember him being in Tar. I
Yeah.
do not remember him being in
Now
Honey.
he's in Honey.
Oh,
So
that
he's
makes
stuck
more
in
sense.
Honey. But, yeah, it's one of those things that, like, you cannot put that out there
Finally
now.
said this is not appropriate.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, but as a kid, like, I had no friggin' idea.
Yeah.
I mean, unless someone is
Also,
telling
people
you.
just get more offended about everything these days.
That's
But
true.
Maybe, but I don't know.
still not a probes.
I think people who are getting offended about everything, for the most part, it's because they've been, like, if you've dealt with that, like, if you've
Yes.
had to deal with oppression and, you
I
know,
thought you say
all
tar
the
and
stuff.
feathering. I was supposed to say,
Not being hard and feathered.
Luckily, I don't think that happens very often.
anymore.
We were literally just today discussing how if somebody came into the office and like tried to attack anyone, what we were gonna do. And somebody's plan was, it wasn't tar though. They were gonna throw something at him, honey or the wax from a candle or something. Like, I'm gonna throw this at him, and then feathers. And I was like, are we in Home Alone? Like, you guys.
When they come up the stairs, we're going to throw paint cans at them.
Where are your feathers? One of the girls in the front desk is like, I'm going to bring a bag of marbles to work, and I'm going to just throw them out in the lobby. I was like, oh my God.
As people are trying to escape this man.
Right. Sliding all over the place. I said, use whatever you have in front of you as a distraction. Like, if somebody came up to your window with a gun, like, grab the cup of pins that's in front of you and throw them in their face and run, because it's going to be enough to be like, you know, distract them kind of thing. And then that's when it's like, marbles, feathers. I'm like, okay, you have a cup of pins. Where's the bag of feathers? What are you going to do?
Hold on. I got to go to the craft closet.
Excuse me. Yeah. I mean, the candles are close by. You could throw hot wax at them, but I feel like you have to make too much of a move to do that.
Yeah.
You know, you need to be like quick. Just something light.
Yes.
I'm all about distraction and run. Somebody tries to mug you, throw your purse, run. Right? It's just stuff. That way they go in the opposite direction of you. And they don't chase you down. We were also talking about like...
All you gotta do is then, well, hopefully your phone's not in your purse.
True. We were also talking about like if you get abducted, like how like leave your fingerprints everywhere, like on surfaces that wouldn't get wiped down, you know, like underneath stuff. I'm like, I rip out handfuls of my hair and shove it places. Like, if you got like, if you're going down, take them down with you. Also,
and then vomit everywhere.
if you escape, then you can, you know, say,
Dump your cup of blood out somewhere.
yes. Pull that diva cup out and
God.
splash it everywhere. The guy's like, I was just seeing if you needed help, ma'am.
Cops come. This is a murder scene. We just know it. Expect her to
It's a
already
lot
be
of
dead.
blood. I was at the 12 hours.
It was time for a change. I don't know why, but when I just said it's time for a change,
Speedy oil change. Tune up your auto repair. It literally, as soon as you said it, that's the same thing. I always think
time
that.
for a change. We are now Crook and Kipe.
Mm-hmm. We are. I love it. That would be so fun.
Oh my god, it'd be the best job. Blake and I have been watching some cornhole.
This is the last episode.
We've been watching cornhole on the TV.
Like Minecraft?
No, like real humans playing cornhole
Yeah, but on the TV. So it's like,
professionally for money.
that's a profession?
It
Bullshit.
is. It is now. And the commentators are the funniest. Because there's only so much you could say about cornhole.
Right. He threw it. He didn't get it in the hole.
No. There's strategy. They'll be like, oh, that's a nice block. What is he going to do now, do you think? You think he's going to push the bag in the hole? You think he's going to airmail? They say airmail all the time. That's when you just throw it and try to get it right in the hole.
Send it.
Yeah. And oh my gosh. But yeah, Blake and I are like, these guys are just trying
my
real hard. And
favorite announcers ever. Jason Bateman and what's his dude from Dodgeball.
Oh, yeah. Have you watched Holy Moly?
Which one is that?
It's a new show about mini golf. That
Oh,
Steph Curry
yes.
made. It's
We
great. With
did.
the Wriggle, what's his name? Wriggle?
That guy. Putty is one of the guys. Putty from Seinfeld? Anybody?
I'm sorry.
I
you're
don't
on your
No
own.
Seinfeld?
I'm not a Seinfeld person.
Yes, him.
I mean, I know
It's
some
pretty
of
funny.
it.
They're pretty funny.
Yes, we watched him. It's just the little comments he makes, like.
Yeah.
And the best is the other guy's like very like deadpan.
Yes.
So he like says this like random weird shit, and then the other guy just looks at him with like a little bit of a raised eyebrow, and then goes, "So anyway, we're." He's like, "Did I just hear that?"
Yeah. It's great.
It's pretty funny. I was like, that sounds familiar, but I didn't like choose to watch it like on TV where I would have seen the name.
Right.
It was like, oh, we're watching this thing, you know, when I came out and
Yeah.
we sat and watched it. It was pretty funny. But I mean,
I can't imagine it going on for very long.
yeah, it'll be a thing for a while. I don't know. The episode we watched, this girl was like hardcore. Like, she was taking it way too seriously. She looked like she was about to cry at every shot.
Oh my god. Yeah. She had a braid?
Yes.
Yes.
And she was with Lumberjack.
Hmm.
And the other, like, some of the other contestants were like, I mean, they were having fun out there. When it came time
And
for their
she
shot,
was faux Rican.
when it came time for the shot, they, like, took a deep breath, played their shot. But the rest of the time, they, like, high five, smiling, whatever.
And she was freaking.
Yeah, and when it was
Yeah.
down to her and the Lumberjack guy, he, like, walked by and he's like, you know, good luck or whatever, or, like, you know, nice shot or something. She just, like, stone cold, like...
Yeah, Blake and I were like, what is
Blew him
wrong
off.
with this chick?
And then, like, she ran over to her boyfriend at the end. I was like, oh, that poor guy.
I was telling Blake, I'm like,
could you
if
imagine leaving the toilet up in her house?
Oh, good Lord. And Blake, I'm like, I hope that when she rewatches this, she's like,
I
holy
need to
shit.
Take it
I look
down
like
a
a
notch.
bitch.
I need to take a deep breath. Calm down.
I need to not cry about being on a freaking Wipeout meets mini golf show.
I mean, yes, I get that, like, you're like, ooh, I want to get some money.
Sure.
But also, like,
Who cares?
ugh, why live life like that? I mean, I'm uptight, but holy shit, I bet she's never pooped.
That would be painful.
I mean, that's what it looked like was happening.
Oh my god. One time my brother was constipated and he went to the doctor. Well, they didn't know.
And Jake, we're gonna now air this for the world to hear.
He was littler, but like he
was littler. He was 20.
It was like at least a decade ago, okay? And so he was sick. Nobody really knew what was wrong. Like, he just kept telling my mom, super sick, super sick. They went to the doctor. Doctor says he's constipated. And my mom was like, well, now I know you're full of shit.
Your mom. Oh, yeah. She's the best. He's like, not funny. I don't feel good. Someone's gonna put something up my butt soon.
Yeah, I don't know how they alleviated that.
That's probably how.
Or just laxatives. Can't they start there
Maybe.
before they shove?
Well, the thing that
It
they shove
depends
up your
on how
butt is
long.
kind of like a laxative.
It depends on how long it's been. It depends on lots of things.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't get that side of the story.
Next week, we'd like more details. Please.
Last week. Remember that time you were constipated?
How did they solve that?
I need to know what happened for my podcast.
I'm sure he'll be real freaking excited. Oh my gosh. Speaking of Jake, his 4th of July outfit was
God
on
damn it.
point. I felt a little bit like a perv when I said, wait, turn around. I was like, I'm not trying to check out your butt or be a weirdo. But he had denim back pockets on and a denim front pocket on his red and white striped overalls that he cut off into shorts. I just said he just needs some stars on the denim pockets. It would have been like extra.
And he thought you meant nipple stars.
Yeah, then he was like, because he was not wearing a shirt underneath the overalls. Of
course
And
not.
so he like holds his hands up and he's like holding it. He's like putting pasties on. I was like, on your pocket. Because it's blue? Like the flag? What is happening?
You should have just said yes.
But no,
both.
my brother jumped to pasties.
You just need some star nipple pasties, Jake. That's not weird for me to say to you at all.
The worst part is he would have totally thought about it. He is like so into America. There was one year he got very drunk at our like 4th of July party. We go to 20th Street Park to watch the fireworks. He brings a big old flag, like, you know, when you hang out in front of your house.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like getting close to firework time, and Jake's like, yeah, USA! And he's waving. I don't think he has a shirt on at this point.
I
either.
bet the crowd around was getting so pumped.
No, they were like, sit down! Like, be quiet. There were so many people like, stop! I was like, oh my God.
Jake's going, First Amendment, baby!
Oh, gosh.
I don't think he knows any of that.
Another great reason why our country's amazing. Oh,
It
well,
was a good day though.
the boys thought his overalls were amazing, and I told Remy, I was like, yeah, Jake told me he got them at Walmart, and he said they're on sale now because, you know, it's after 4th of July, so they're on clearance.
Right.
And Remy's like, I want some. I'm like, I'm pretty sure they're men's sizes. I don't know how well that'll go over, but I should probably take him down there and see if we can get him some red, white, and blue overalls.
My brother spent a good penny on that, actually. $50 for those overalls.
I know. He's like, they're on clearance for $29. I'm like, I wouldn't have paid $29 for them before they were on clearance. What are you talking about? Like, so funny. But, I mean, of course, Remy, everything Jake has ever done, Remy's like, this is my friend Jake. He's really cool. Like, we used to call him my friend Jake.
Or Qui-Gon. Oh, that was Sam.
My best friend Jake. Sometimes he'd say my best friend Jake.
So sweet.
Or when he was really little, he'd forget his name and he'd say, what's my best friend's name?
Jake's gonna be such like a good uncle. He'll be
Yeah.
a good dad, but I care more about him being an uncle, you know?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You should care more about him being a dad unless you want to raise his kids.
Then he can be
Both.
an uncle twice.
Both. Uncle Jake, I'm your father. Yeah. No, he's really, really good with kids. He'll be great. Jackson, I think, will be the same way. He's really, really good with kids. Remy,
Not so much.
he's got other things going on. He's
I'm really
definitely-
not great with kids.
He's like,
They gotta be older.
if there's like a baby around, Jackson's like drawn to the baby, plays with the baby, comes and tells me how cute the baby is. You know, like, I mean, and he's almost 13. Like, he just is like that. My dad is like that. It just little kids, and little kids love Jackson. They're crawling all over him, want to sit on his lap, want to be his best friend, want to do everything he's doing. Like, I mean, it's great. It's hilarious and so cute. And Remy's like, oh yeah, that's a cute baby. And then he just kind of, I want to go play stuff. Like, he's
Yeah,
just-
people are always like, you
not
want to
his
hold
interest.
my baby? I'm like, okay.
yeah.
Now what?
I guess I'm socially obliged to.
Or even when they're like younger, like they just
Jesse, you're gonna hold my damn baby.
okay, I will. But I'm like, I just don't get it. They
You
gotta
cannot
be,
hold my baby breath.
they gotta be like 10 plus, and then
I don't
like,
have a baby yet. I don't know what I'm talking about.
then I'm like more into it. I can have a conversation with them.
I mean, you can have a conversation with anybody.
Yeah, but it just doesn't work.
Have you seen that commercial where the guy like hands his baby to like his friend? His friend's like, "What are you doing? Don't do this. This is your kid. It's so fragile. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna break it." And like everyone around like, "Oh look at he's so cute. Let's take pictures." Like, what are you doing? For the love of God, help me! This thing, I can crush it. And just like keeps going on like that. They're like, "No, seriously, grab the kid. For the love of God, I'm going to kill it. I'm so sorry. Why would you do this to me?" And just like
And I'd rather hold a baby that's like 2 months old and like has some stiffness.
Yeah.
You know, like has some like solidarity. When I hold like a newborn, I'm like,
Yeah.
I like don't move.
You're like, okay,
I-
very
They're
tiny.
like, "Jesse,
I
are
know
you
it'll be-
breathing?"
I know it'll be different once I like have one, I'm
Yeah.
sure, but like I don't know, for the time
Or
being
it
I'm like
won't. The first 3 months of Jackson's life, which I mean is my oldest son, so the first time I had a child, I was just like, there's just this baby that lives in our house now. Like,
they don't do much.
I was very like, I mean, I feed it and I
They
change
cry
it
and then,
it
yeah.
sleeps and I'm keeping it alive, but like it just lives here. It's just a baby that lives here now.
This is our new plant, and over next to our new child. I mean, it's
That's-
there.
There's baby,
More
and then
decoration.
I got that
Baby.
vase at IKEA. But yeah, I mean, it was just like very kind of bizarre. But about 3 months is like when they start like smiling consciously and all that stuff. And so you have like more interaction with them.
Yeah.
Also, given my history, I kind of look back now and feel like I probably had some postpartum depression
Sure.
that was not diagnosed. So that might have been it. But I mean, you don't know how you're going to feel. It's all like, happy butterflies in your head of what things are going to be like. But, reality is a lot of screaming and not enough sleep. And
I'm not excited about the not sleep.
yeah, that's
I don't
the
know
rough
how I'm
part
gonna
for
function.
sure. Maybe your baby will just sleep.
I
I
fucking
know
hope to God.
people who have kids that sleep from like early on.
I don't
My
think
kids
people
just did not.
I don't think people get it because everybody's like, oh, like you'll be fine, but like, people at work all the time. I'm like, oh, how are you? They're like, oh, I didn't really sleep last night. I'm like, I slept fine. Like I always sleep fine.
Mm-hmm.
I never get like less than like 7 hours of sleep.
I'm on a good solid like run of 6 hours for the last
That's
several
good
weeks.
for you.
So
I'm impressed. But yeah, I'm just like, I don't know how it's going to work.
yeah.
And I legit sleep through everything. And everybody convinces me that I will not sleep through my own child crying. But I challenge. Challenge accepted.
Okay. I mean, I have tried to sleep through my own child crying, and it is freaking hard because every cell in your body is like, save the baby.
We'll see.
Even when you're like trying to train them to sleep through the night and like self-soothe and everything else, like just listening to them cry. But I mean, when you hear a baby cry, like anybody's baby cry, does it like stress you out?
No.
So, I mean, you just might be programmed a little differently.
That's what I told Blake. I'm like, nighttime is going to be your shit.
Because honestly, like on the overall.
You can come and put the baby on me and I'll feed it.
Yeah, and then take it away.
And then
burp
you
it,
can
change it. Bye. I do not have to be conscious to breastfeed. It requires nothing. My
just
body's
make sure
already
I don't
made the
roll
milk.
over on top of it,
Yeah.
and we're gonna be fine.
I mean, truly.
My boobs don't need to be awake.
No. I mean, you can milk a sleeping cow.
Yeah.
Not that I'm comparing you to a cow. I'm not comparing you
That's
to a cow.
totally- At that point, you kind of are just a cow
Yeah,
for your baby.
it happens. But I have to say that I truly think you will wake up.
Well, I'm like excited to see,
Yeah.
honestly, because there are mornings where because Blake leaves earlier than me, so like the mornings I'm not going to the gym, he'll like say goodbye, and like I'll text him and be like, that was so rude, like you didn't even say goodbye this morning, and he's like, yeah I did, like we had a conversation,
Yeah.
we kissed, you said goodbye, we talked about this, I left. I'm like, nope. That didn't happen.
Yeah. I am a hideous, not even quite a human being when I first wake up. So, it's very like I
Hit or miss.
am in my own little tiny world. And so it's probably better for me to just get up and feed the baby and go back to bed than it is for anybody else to try to interact with me. Because I'll just be like, stop it, get away from me. Don't talk to me.
Yeah, Blake gets mad when I'm like grumpy with him when I wake up from a nap or something. He's like, go back to sleep.
I'm just like, you just know, don't talk to me until I talk to you.
Right.
That's why, I mean, everybody at work knows it. I come in the morning and like, I go straight to my desk. I start working on stuff. And when I'm like, okay, I can deal with human interaction, I like go make the rounds and everybody's just like, yeah, we just don't talk to you until you're ready. I'm like, that's fine.
I just don't like human interaction ever, so.
I enjoy it sometimes. I enjoy I'm appreciating this human interaction.
This is fine. There's a few people in the world that I enjoy.
Jesse's like, I hate you guys. I'm leaving.
I really
Can we
enjoy
wrap this up?
Yeah.
But actually, we really should.
Yeah.
So, bye. Drink up.
You have craft to do.
Goodbye.